Now, so getting
It's
into
so hard to
more
call this a documentary.
No,
It's totally a documentary.
But there's different kinds of documentaries. Like a documentary is
but-
just talking because it's not a scripted narrative through that. It's not. It's
What would you call it?
this is
You don't even
nonfiction.
know.
Biography.
It's fiction and nonfiction. No, because they're not reenacting things here.
That's not what biography is.
No, I'm saying, but
Real quick before I
a
forget.
biopic would be that. Like a biography can be as a type of documentary. Think of
It's weird.
documentary
It's
as
weird for me though to call
as-
it that though.
Before I forget, was anybody else just about Fez? Were you like, why the fuck are you changing this over 3 times? Like when they showed this is my original,
Because-
and this is the 3rd time after. I'm like, who
No,
gives a shit?
You don't
Like, it's
notice
still-
the differences, but this is a game that he's been working on. This is his
No,
life's
I
work.
understand that, but
He is going to
Hold on,
perfect
hold on.
everything out of this.
It's the changes he made weren't just aesthetical.
Yeah.
no, I understand that
He
made
did a
all
lot
the-
of other
he-
stuff to the
he-
game,
but when
too.
you're doing that, it makes no logical sense. You're not going to get your art out there when you're.
Have you played
changing that
Fez?
much. No, I haven't played Fez.
Look,
All right.
look, it matters.
It matters. It does. And, like,
Just take our word for it. The game is different because it's
in fact, I will be posting some videos.
yeah.
Fez.
You will be.
Yes.
I'm just saying those 2 pictures. I
which
was
is
like,
why I
you-
picked this movie.
You mean you've posted some?
Nope, I haven't posted them yet.
Oh.
But unless you watch this later than after I posted them.
Yeah.
But this
but
is posted
aesthetically, like I was like, I don't give a shit between this block and this
first.
block.
You don't give a shit.
Did you guys
But
care?
he does,
No, but I'm saying, but
especially.
would you guys play? You guys played the game. Would you care the original
I don't-
blocks compared to the new ones? I actually like the first ones
I think
more.
there are more things that he's changed in that. But what he was talking about in there was he starts making the game in the beginning and he starts designing all this stuff. And he, in the process of it, he learns how to do what he's doing. So in the 3 years that it's taken them to get to that last point, he's now learned how to do what he's doing so much better. And he looks back at the first part, says, I didn't do that the way I could have done it here. I didn't do it as well. He's just touching up.
No, I
on stuff
understand
and
that.
doing that. So those
But
are the
I'm
reasons I
saying,
think
do you
of
think there's any difference between the first blocks?
There is
compared-
difference.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, would you enjoy it more or less knowing that you had this different art?
He's not making it necessarily just for that. Like if this
But I'm
was,
asking
that's
you.
why in the,
I'm asking you. Just the aesthetic part, not the gameplay, nothing about that. This is just.
That's not a very fair question.
This
Yeah.
is just the skin. That was just the skin.
I know it's not a very fair question on that because
And we can't explain why.
yeah, like
Just take our word for it.
take your word for it.
Nah, I'm blowing shit. Fuck that guy.
Why
Fuck
don't you
that
just
Canadian.
blow fish, okay? All right.
Everyone that's played Fez knows.
They're all yelling at you. Have you played Braid?
I played the demo. I wasn't
Is
that.
it
Oh my
demo?
god, you've got to play the whole freaking thing. That game's so good.
That game is a demo. Like
I've
there's not much to
downloaded
it.
the demos of the indie games, and I'm not too.
What are
big on-
demos of it? Oh, you have Xbox Live. Arcade.
Yeah.
That's the
You
thing.
can just come to my place.
Okay.
Oh,
First of
fun
all-
fact about Braid though
Yes.
is they have someone programmed in a level editor, and I have it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
I got it.
right. There's this really great website. If you don't know about it, we'll spam the links all over everywhere. But anyone that's
here.
No, I'm not going to do the extra work. Yeah, I mean if you put
Is
the
that
limitations,
Aladdin
that's
right there? Here, everywhere.
fine.
It's Aladdin. Such a dick.
I can't imagine, based on the popularity of this site and the popularity of our site, it's hard that someone would know about watching this but not know about that. But it is possible. Anyway,
What site is it?
humblebundle.com.
I don't even know what that is.
Humblebundle.com. It is a website where they bundle together
humble stuff.
humble stuff
Like the
for a
Bible?
humble price.
Mm.
And it's not always just humble stuff. I mean,
It's mostly games.
mostly games. They also have done
Right now
books
they're
and
doing a
music
book
and
thing.
things.
Yeah.
They did a book thing, but they also done music.
They do
I
a few
got
book things now.
I got their music bundle. That was really cool because it had some Damn It Be Giants in it.
And then sometimes they
Jonathan
do
Colton.
games, and then they also have the soundtracks coming with that go with it. And
Yes,
Yeah.
they're really cool stuff. So that's where this movie was in a humble bundle.
And
But
along with all the games.
along with all the games
Yeah.
from it, Super Meat Boy and
And
Fez
you
and
even
Braid
got all the
and,
ones that Edmund and Tommy
Yeah,
had
the
made.
basement collection.
And, yeah, the basement collection, like Aether and stuff, all that.
I have that porno basement collection.
So it's probably just as fun.
Your-
So
Your basement collection is a porno.
So there are a lot of really fun games, and the humble bundle that they do, you can pay whatever you want for the game collection.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay at least 1 penny to get Steam codes for
Yes.
them, but you can pay $0 and just download them, not play through Steam, but for a penny. And if you beat the average price, which is usually around $5, then you get even more games in the bundle.
Yeah.
So generally, for about $5, you get a ton of great games.
Oh,
And
cool.
super cool. And some people pay thousands of dollars for it because they've made tons of money on indie games. So people like the guy who created Minecraft, usually up there on the top, big.
Yeah, he often.
I still don't get how that works because it was open source for like ever.
What?
Minecraft.
Mhm.
What do you mean?
It was open source forever. So how does somebody going to be
Well,
like,
it was
okay, now we got to
open source. It was free beta for
Yeah.
a long time.
Free alpha
and then
beta.
free alpha and beta, and then they launched the game, and you could pay for the full game.
Yeah.
And it
Sure.
was so
I thought
amazing.
it was-
It made all the monies.
There was a lot of content they didn't put out until they released it.
Yeah.
It was very smart. Mojang was very smart about it, where he held back the majority, like a
Isn't
good
it like
majority.
Norwegian or something?
Like there was no potions. There was none of the alchemy stuff. There was a bunch of stuff that he just did not put in. And then on top of it, on top of that all the mods that have come out for it, like you can't play that unless you've got the full. Like I'm pretty sure you can't. You might be able to hack into it and do all that crap, but it's probably not worth your time.
The point is whether people
Or rather,
have
$25 or whatever.
just used the free versions or they've stolen it or whatever, but the people who have paid for it have resulted in him making tons of money.
Yes. He's
That's the
made
important part.
loads and loads and loads of cash.
And certain indie games have gone on to make a lot of money. A lot of them don't go on to make a lot of money because it's in the indie nature of that. You don't spend a lot of money in advertising and making all this. But luckily, there are places like HumbleBundle.com and especially Steam, which has created that major gaming resource.
Yeah.
And that's a great way for them to feature indie games because they care about the indie spirit on that. And then with Xbox Live Arcade,
Yay!
those kinds of
Didn't you
things.
guys want to make a video game while you're watching it?
Yes, I generally want to make video games all the time, but especially when watching this, you get that feeling of well, you want to do it, and then the other part when they talk about the spending years and years doing nothing else but doing this,
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I
About that.
want to do it, but I'd like to pay someone to do that part of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to write these stories for it, maybe do a few sketches of something, and then hand it off to someone and say, "Here,
Yeah.
make this a game."
It's like I have that great idea for a game that I really want to do.
Yeah.
Don't you guys want to go to PAX?
I do really badly,
God, that
actually.
would be so awesome.
I really, 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 really want to go to PAX.
And you know what? They have a lot
Too
of.
soon, Tony.
They have a lot of.
Too soon, you monster!
I can't believe
I
you
just quoted PAX.
and lots of people will hate you for it.
I quoted Will Wheaton.
Yeah. Oh, PAX. Oh, they're terrible. Not caring about political correctness one bit, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And also awesomely controversial.
Fuck Mexicans.
It's great. Yeah, that's what it was about. Actually, it kind of was in a roundabout way, and that's horrible.
I didn't even hear about it, actually.
Okay. Look up Penny Arcade Expo controversy or Penny Arcade controversy from, I think it was last year. Fun stuff.
People in blackface.
Fun. Nope. Anyway, I don't want to discuss it on here, but
Really?
'cause that's not the movie.
I thought you wanted to. I was getting the idea.
I kind of do, but I
Yeah.
don't. We're not
Look-
here to
look at this
discuss that.
weird-
We're here to
Extended.
discuss-
Look at. The running time in Canada is 94 minutes, 103 international. Do they
It's
have
the
different
exchange.
time?
It's the exchange rate.
That is weird.
Yeah, that's how time works.
See, the Canadian minute is worth more.
Yeah.
That varies based on from day to day, depending on how the market fluctuation is.
I mean, they are closer to the North Pole, right?
Yeah. So, of course, how they spin differently there takes us longer to go in a rotation around the Earth
That's crazy.
than
Yep.
it does them. Yeah.
That's how it works. Science.
Science. But I love the inventiveness of these games there, and we were going to talk about the creation of these games and then
man,
the
I gotta
the
be
reasoning behind
fast.
the games. That's what I was thinking of.
I gotta be
Okay,
fast.
so Braid.
Oh! Oh, sorry. No, just that one guy with that cock game. Oh my god, I want to play that.
No, that's in the basement collection.
Yeah, this is. I
That
have.
big dick and he's.
Yes,
I have it.
I have that game.
You
the
need. You
fuck
need to
is
play.
that?
You need to time.
That
You
looks
need to
so
play.
weird.
Time for cuck.
That sounds. I don't know what it is. Sounds awesome.
You would love indie games. You need to play all this stuff. Okay, the Super
Yeah,
Meat,
you
the guys
really
who
need
created
to get
Super
in on
Meat
this
Boy,
shit, dude.
and
It's
they were
so
talking.
good.
They were talking about the creation of the game about the guy being vulnerable and just being made of.
Oh, yeah.
Needing the, like that game and all the other games in that basement collection. They're telling their stories artistically. They're putting their lives out there, their passions and their feelings, and they're putting that into these games. In addition to them loving games in general, and then having the illusions of that, so that's the stuff that they're putting out there, and it's really like meaningful to them in that way, instead of just creating a game like Call of Duty, whatever.
I don't want to look up anything about that game. I haven't beaten it yet.
No, I'm just curious if I'm curious if he's made money. Like
he's made $5 quadrillion, but we'll look up that under this
because
okay,
if you knew the game, it would be concerning to look up the Wikipedia page.
So his
is that Weird Al?
Yeah, that's Weird Al. It's Phil Fish Weird Al. So the what was I talking about? So Braid is another one of them. Where Braid, he was telling that the love story there and the loss of love and all of that, and getting that deep story in there. And then you were talking about them watching the videos of them playing the games, and like with Super Meat Boy, it was really fun, and they were like,
that one was really fun.
Like, yeah, it's really great. People are loving this game. With Braid, when Soldier Boy was playing Braid,
that was so heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking because he poured his heart and soul into this game. And he's like, oh, look at this guy. He's like falling there. And you just go around and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And it's just pointless. Like, no, you don't get it. And he had that, like, that's why he was like in those flame wars, people on the internet, like just commenting on everything. And just because people don't understand the game. And it's just, it's so sad.
I have to admit, though, at first, when I first played Braid, I was at my brother's house. He had this huge fucking big flat screen TV, right? And I'm playing Braid, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I literally sat there just on the first level, and then like the first like whatever stretch of land, just like having the character just look up and look down.
Yep.
And just look up and look down. I don't know, something about it. I was just laughing.
No, the first time playing that game, like when I first started playing that,
funny.
I
don't understand.
I love the mechanics of it. I love the art of it.
Yeah.
I love the little things he put in with the looking up, and like it was so familiar because it was based off Mario stuff, but then so unique. And so watching that was the first interesting thing in there, and then you start to delve into it and get into all of the all of what the story is behind there. You start reading the story there. Yeah. He's got there because it's a big chunks of text that he has there in the middle of a video game.
It doesn't quite deliver that seamlessly
at
all.
No, it doesn't. But once you
a lot better of a job.
it could have. But once you get into that stuff, then it's beautiful.
I'm kind of curious why he chose not to have a narrator.
Maybe it was
Morgan Freeman.
I mean,
because I could have easily seen a narrator.
Yeah. It could be to make it more accessible to put your own voice in there by not having any voice already in there. That's just one artistic thought on that, but not necessarily what he was thinking because I don't know what he was thinking. Did you find out how much he made with the game?
No, but I showed the numbers. Is that they sold?
Maybe I don't get it.
100,000 in the first year, or no, the first couple months. 200,000 by the first year, but after the Humble Bumble, whatever came out,
bundle,
he had sold over $1 million after Humble Bumble.
Yeah,
bundle.
Yeah. Well, most of all the profits from like the Humble Bundle, most of it. Well,
but pre that it was still 200,000.
You choose where the money goes, whether it's to Humble Bundle, the site, or the charities that they donate to, or to the game developers.
Okay, well then let's say besides that, 200,000 copies, and that's pretty good.
It's a decent amount of money, but it was all the work.
And
which game was
this?
Fez.
That's for Fez.
For Fez?
I wonder how much he makes.
I think that costs like $5, $10, was it?
Yeah, to buy that game, something like that.
Yeah. Even if it's $5, that's 100. That's 200,000. You said. That's a lot of money. That's $1 million.
Well, after whoever gets.
And then however that contract worked out with his partner.
Yeah.
He's like, you're gonna get fucking rich. You're gonna get fucking rich.
Doing nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, sadness.
That's pretty interesting, though, that he didn't sign that until...
Yeah, I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. Yeah,
that's true. Though. I was thinking, like, it's been 3 years, right?
But then again, he said that this guy was doing his own game at the show. And, like, all these developers that we're seeing already, they're all stressed out, like, to the fucking nines.
Yeah.
Right? Like... That was probably the same situation that other guy was going through.
He's had years to do it.
The camera crew following him around.
Yeah, he just didn't have the camera crew.
But he's had years to get this.
And it even said that specifically. They did not ask him. At the end, they said we did not ask him to be interviewed. So it wasn't that he said no. They just didn't ask.
Yeah.
They weren't interested.
Well, it's just nice.
For some reason.
It's nice that they put that at the end and not so that
Yeah.
If you
So make him seem
care
like
to
a
read
dick.
that, then you don't.
I don't think he's a dick. I just think
No,
that
it's
he
just-
just didn't get around to it.
We
Maybe
don't
he
know
was
the
busy.
dick.
He was busy doing his own fucking.
We don't know the specifics of the deal at all, but it could
Yeah.
be that they just don't want to deal with that Canadian jerk.
French Canadian is the worst Canada.
Yeah, he seemed like a French
Canada.
Canadian
It's the
hipster.
worst Canada.
The worst Canada in the land.
Ole. Yeah. Yep.
I need to look up that Penny Arcade fucking disaster. Apparently,
Isn't that in like San Francisco or something?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
we need to do an extended,
We should.
or just do it at the end of this
Yeah. Did you have any further thoughts about this
movie.
this movie
Or the games.
or the
I guess.
games? Well, I mean, mostly about the movie,
Yeah.
but
All the games are good.
Yeah.
Go play them. Seriously. They're all really good games. I beat Meat Boy already. I beat.
Well, the ones on here are good. There's a lot of indie. games that
there's
are
a lot of indie
horrible.
games that are bad.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but yeah, and so we're not saying play all indie games,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, I love indie games. Not everyone necessarily loves indie games, but these games, these are the
ones
shining
that they
examples of
the ones that they cover in depth. Those three, Braid and Fez and Meat Boy. Those are all really, really, really good.
Yeah, they've all
And
got
most
great
of the other
story
ones
to
that they
them,
show are
great
also
visuals.
really, really good.
Deal.
To at least give a weird, because a lot of them are just really freaking bizarre and out of the box.
Oh, like that one game where you
experience.
put your head in the screen and it starts flashing, and then you start seeing things. That's crazy.
That was an awesome game.
It made me so happy that they had it up on the Super
Yeah.
Bowl so that you could
So
like
good
you
at all.
could copy it and then just rinse repeat it like forever and make an exact copy. So.
I'm hoping that someone put that on YouTube and I didn't check for that. But if it exists, you should put it in the comments somewhere in here. But I the Kid Picks thing, because I used to play Kid Picks, and it was fun. So, little Mac program on there. It's like MS Paint, but a little different.
Big
It's
blue
Mac version.
disc.
So,
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, me too. Alrighty.
so thank you for watching, and join us for next week when we discuss Taxi Driver and
Starring Andy Kaufman.
starring Andy
No,
Kaufman.
wait.
No, not that Taxi Driver. We'll discuss Taxi. And
He's not
you
dead.
can stay tuned for our extended thing, where we discuss
Extended thing.
Penny Arcade controversy stuff that
Just because we
led to
can.
this. Yeah, because when you look at Wikipedia, it starts to lead to other things. So thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good time.
And we'll continue right now.
Toot toot.
We're making this a separate video.
Huh?
We're making this a separate video.
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
It might
Dick
be after the
Wolves.
credits. All right, so the rape/Dick Wolves controversy.
Okay.
An August 11th, 2010 comic entitled The Sixth Slave, wherein a non-player character pleads with a player to save him from being raped nightly by monsters called Dick Wolves. This comic drew criticism from many commenters, including the American Prospect and the Boston Phoenix. Two people with names that are difficult to pronounce.
Krahulik and Holkins.
Okay,
That's Tycho and Who's It's. Those are the two guys, the main dudes of Penny Arcade.
Okay, cool. I should know those
Eric
names.
Krahulik and
And I've offended the entirety of the internet by not being able to pronounce their names.
And I can't remember Holkins' first name.
Okay,
Jerry
Krahulik.
Holkins. Jerry Holkins. That's it.
All right, Tycho and Jerry dismissed these criticisms.
Jerry is Tycho. No, just keep going. Just keep going.
Later, whatever. Later, selling Team Dick Wolves t-shirts based on the strip. They later removed the Team Dick Wolves shirt from their store due to complaints that it made potential PAX attendees uncomfortable. After the removal, Krahulik posted online that removing the shirts was only partly caving to pressure, but mainly due to people who had personally emailed him and were reasonable with their concerns. Krahulik also stated that everyone still hesitant about going to PAX, even after the removal of the shirts, should not come to PAX.
Yay.
In September 2013, on the last day of PAX, Krahulik told a panel that he thought that pulling the Dick Wolf merchandise was a mistake, to cheers from the crowd.
So he had to pull out his Dick Wolf.
However,
before there was a mistake made.
Krahulik later apologized on the Penny Arcade website, stating that he regretted contributing to the furor that had followed the original comic.
Hitler?
What the fuck? That's a stupid controversy. I thought it was something good. I thought he called somebody a wetback.
Yeah, that wasn't very...
It was a thing about, they made a rape joke. People got offended by the rape joke. as they do, because it's a rape joke and it's about rape. Then they created a T-shirt commercializing off of the rape joke, and people got further pissed with that. They pulled that. People then said, "Oh no, you guys are caving because these people are saying that. Why would you do that? The freedom of speech and the blah blah blah." And they said, "No, we're caving for other reasons that you didn't see there, and that's okay." Then they go out there and say, "Yeah, I don't fucking care. It's awesome. We're gonna tell this rape joke." And then afterwards they said, "I'm just apologizing." So it's kind of that back and forth with the, are you standing up for your freedom of speech by saying this?
And making money off of rape.
That's a bitch move, son.
Or are you just making money off the rape and doing that? Like, the controversy then comes from which point are they standing on there. So there were lots of people that boycotted PAX because of that, and I'm
sure they still sold.
At the time of PAX last year, there was a lot of this was all over the internet of, are you going to PAX? Are you going to be supporting that thing? And
oh god!
See, they could have easily just saved this whole situation if they said every dollar earned from this Dick Wolf shirt goes to like fund
rape whistles,
rape therapy or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be a way to do it.
Just that's all you got to do.
That's all you gotta do. That'd have been funny though.
And they're already connected with so many charities and all of that. Like, I bet it wouldn't be it'd be easy. You just say, "Oh yeah, my treasurer, go handle this. My accountant."
Yep.
Real easy. But whatever's.
That's such bullshit. Who cares?
All right.
Like, and even if they ended up making no money off of it, like at least it would be like, oh, we realized it's kind of probably not the best thing to do at first, but like we're converting the money now to a good cause, trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Plus, I'm assuming they still sold out no matter what. They could have stood up there and said, "Fuck you, that rape joke was funny," and still sold out. Right? So fuck them.
Just go buy some shirts.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Team Dickles.
That's a bit extreme. But okay.
What, buying t-shirts?
No.
Buying t-shirts can't
Buying F-shirts.
Buying F-shirts. Fish blow? Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Team Dick Whoop!